A 14-year-old prince, held hostage in a foreign kingdom for 7 long years, would secretly vow that if he ever won back his freedom, he would give up his crown entirely. The Church celebrates today, August 19, Saint Louis of Toulouse, bishop and Franciscan friar, who died on this very day in the year 1297, at just 23 years old. Born on February 9, 1274, the son of King Charles II of Naples and Mary of Hungary, and a great-nephew of Saint Louis IX of France, young Louis was sent in 1288, together with 2 brothers, to the Kingdom of Aragon as a political hostage, the price of his father's release after capture in war. Those 7 years of captivity became, unexpectedly, the making of his soul. His education was placed in the hands of Franciscan friars, and during a serious illness he made a secret vow to become one of them himself, should he survive. Freed in 1295 and welcomed home to Naples as heir to the throne, Louis stunned the entire royal court. He formally renounced his claim to the crown in favor of his younger brother, Robert, choosing voluntary poverty over a throne that was rightfully his by birth. Ordained a priest soon after, he was named Bishop of Toulouse at the request of the King of France himself, accepting the post only on the condition that he could keep his Franciscan habits of poverty, freely distributing diocesan resources among the poor. He died only months into his episcopate, still so young, and was canonized in 1317, venerated today as the patron saint of Franciscan tertiaries. His life teaches that true greatness is never about the crown you inherit, but about the crown you are willing to lay down. On this same day, centuries later, the Church would also celebrate a priest who chose to walk straight into plague-stricken towns when nearly every other clergyman fled in fear. This is Saint John Eudes, priest and founder of religious congregations, also celebrated on August 19, the date of his death in the year 1680, in Caen, at 78 years old. Born on November 14, 1601, in the village of Ries, in Normandy, into a deeply devout peasant family, John made a personal vow of chastity at just 14 years old. After brilliant studies with the Jesuits in Caen, he joined the Congregation of the Oratory of Jesus in 1623 and was ordained a priest in 1625. He began his ministry with real courage, personally tending to contagious patients during the plague outbreaks that struck Normandy throughout the 1620s and 1630s, at a time when most clergy stayed far away out of fear of infection. In 1641, he founded the Congregation of Our Lady of Charity of the Refuge, dedicated to sheltering and reintegrating women trapped in prostitution, an extraordinarily progressive undertaking by the standards of the 17th century. Leaving the oratory in 1643 over internal disagreements, he founded the Congregation of Jesus and Mary, known as the Eudists, devoted specifically to training new priests through diocesan seminaries, a model that spread rapidly across France. The Church recognizes him today as the historic pioneer of public devotion to the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary, instituting the first liturgical celebrations in their honor in 1648 and 1670, decades before this devotion spread widely across the Catholic world. He was canonized in 1925. John Eudes' life teaches that real charity often means walking toward the very people everyone else has already chosen to abandon. Going back even further in time, a Roman pope would spend his pontificate rebuilding both the unity of a divided church and the very basilicas of Rome itself. This is Saint Sixtus III, Pope, also celebrated on August 19, the date of his death in the year 440, after serving as pope since July 31, 432. Born around the year 390, Sixtus was already a prominent Roman cleric before his election, maintaining direct correspondence with Saint Augustine of Hippo, and had once been unjustly suspected, while still a priest, of sympathizing with Pelagianism, a heresy that minimized the role of divine grace in salvation, a suspicion from which he was fully cleared. As pope, he played a conciliatory role in the intense Christological dispute that divided the Church after the Council of Ephesus in 431, helping restore peace between the rival patriarchs Cyril of Alexandria and John of Antioch in 433, and firmly defended papal authority over the region of Illyricum against the ambitions of the Patriarch of Constantinople. His pontificate is also remembered for a remarkable expansion of Rome's sacred architecture, he significantly restored and enlarged the Basilica of St. Mary Major, expanded the Basilica of St. Lawrence outside the walls, and secured precious gifts from the Emperor Valentinian III for both St. Peter's Basilica and the Lateran Basilica. Studied today as a key period of doctrinal and material consolidation for the Roman Church, his 8 years as Pope teach us that peacemaking and building up the house of faith often have to happen together, especially in turbulent times. If these 3 lives moved you today, subscribe here to Saint of the Day, like this video, and comment asking one of these saints' intercession for someone you love. And above all, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, because every share like that is truly a small act of evangelization, and it might be exactly what brings someone back to prayer. The full prayer to each of these saints is waiting for you in the video description below.